Hi guys! So today I'm going to talk a little bit about our morning basket, and if you're anything like me, you were a little bit confused about what a morning basket was, what a morning basket is. So I wanted to pop on today and just kind of share what's in ours and why I have the things in there that are in there. If you're new here, hi, I'm Erin. I'm a homeschool mom to 3 kids, ages 8, 6, and 2. And we are entering we just started our 4th year of homeschooling. We've been homeschooling from the very beginning, so it's the only school experience that we do have. We love it. We love learning together as a family. Each day looks a little different for us, and that's normal if that's the same for you. So welcome to my channel. And if you're interested in what a morning basket is, and if you want to know what's in ours, then stay tuned. I'm going to share it with you. So this is my basket. It's nothing super fancy. I'm not even sure where I purchased this, the actual basket. I can't quite remember. But this comes upstairs with us, and it comes downstairs with us. So in here I have a variety of different things. So let's start at the back here. So I have my pouch of dry erase markers. They go along with our dry erase boards. We use these for different things. Some math problems, some handwriting practice, some doodling if they need something to draw on while I'm reading to them. And then we also use the dry erase markers for our morning chore charts that I have upstairs for them. They check off their different tasks that they've completed as they go throughout the day. I have some daily affirmations. This is from Jamie Kite. She's also a homeschool YouTube mom. She offers this for free on her, she has a link down in some of her videos that you can go and you can print this off. I've laminated ours. So we go over this every once in a while, and I also have them hanging on the wall here because they're just really beautiful, and I feel like it's something that we can all be reminded of throughout the day as a mom, and also for my children to read as it's hanging there. I just like them to be able to see it. It's something good that they can view. I have these are their daily lesson plan books. I don't use anything crazy fancy. It's just a 3-ring spiral notebook these are from Walmart or Amazon. You can get them at Target, Walmart, Amazon, Staples, the Dollar Tree. Easton has one and Zoe has one. If you're interested in learning how I plan their lessons out or how I do my planning, let me know, and I'm happy.
What's you?
Yeah.
What's
Say
you?
hi.
What's you?
I disappeared. I'm happy to go over that.
Hi.
I have our Read-Alouds for the morning in here. So some of these are for fun, and some of these go along with our curriculum. So this one will go along with history right now. You Wouldn't Want to Sail with Christopher Columbus. And then I have Why Don't Haircuts Hurt? Questions and answers about the human body. This goes along with biology right now. And then this is an I Can Read book. These are weather poems. We're learning about poetry right now in language arts. And so this has been really cute and fun, and our season is changing sadly from summer, so we're entering fall here very soon. And Bear and Bunny Grow Tomatoes. This is a fun one. I picked this one up with the girls in mind to read that one. So our fun morning reads are in there. And then I have our Spanish, our Spanish books. This is our phrase book. We actually have not started this one yet. We have just been going through these flashcards. So we add 5 new ones each week. Just a small, gentle step into learning some Spanish. So this week we actually have 15 cards that we're working on since we're in our 3rd week of school. So we just go over them super quick in the morning. The kids are doing really well with it. They actually really enjoy doing this. It's been fun. Even Eden, the baby, likes doing it. And then I have our daily devotional, our 24 family ways, my Bible, of course, that we open up with that. And then I have this folder that has the information in it for our devotional. So I have some coloring pages that they color while I read to them if they want to. And then these are the scripture verses that go along with the lessons. They're gratitude journals. They don't do these every day, but I do keep them in here. They're nice to pull out if I'm working with Easton needs my help and Zoe needs something to do. So I just hand this to her and I have her go through it and do what she can on her own. So those are really fun to go through because I like to see what they write down. Because sometimes we all need a little extra gratitude, attitude of gratitude change. So yeah. I have our family group subjects in here, all of this stuff as well. Sometimes we do these upstairs. Sometimes we come downstairs and sometimes we're in the living room. Sometimes we go out on the deck. So the basket can move around with us, which is kind of nice about a morning basket. I have our history. We do early American history all together. So I have all of that information here. And this is the book that we're currently reading to go along with our history lesson. I have our, this goes along with history also. I have their biology workbooks in here because we do this as a group subject as well. And these are just their printables workbook. I read the lesson off the computer, so it's an online lesson, but these are their printable workbooks. This is the book that they actually use to do their worksheets and their work that goes along with the lesson. If there is any. Not every lesson has a printable. This here is just my little informational packet. This is their attendance sheet, so we're required in Pennsylvania for them to have 180 days of schooling, and so at the end of the year when they're evaluated, the evaluator asks for an attendance sheet or something that shows the days that they did school. And it doesn't have to be anything crazy fancy, so I've just printed off printable calendars and I just mark the number on each day. We did do some summer learning, so I was able to count some of those days as well. These are chore chart totals. So again, that goes along with their chore charts upstairs. They've completed 2 weeks, so they're very interested in knowing their totals. And then just some extra coloring pages in the back there. I have little quiet books in here for the girls. They really, really enjoy pulling these out. These are really cute. This one has a little baby that goes in the little house, and you go throughout the day and just do different little activities with it. These are fun. I got these on Amazon, and the girls really enjoy them. And this one's neat because it zippers. Just has little things for them to practice, which is really fun, matching the shapes. And there's balloons and colors, a zipper, and button the flowers. And this little zipper keeps everything in here in case anything comes undone, which is nice. And that can travel around in the car. I have one popper. We have 3 of these, but they tend to make their way different places around the house. Have some puzzles that they can quietly work on if they'd like to while I'm reading. This is a Noah's Ark puzzle. This was gifted to us. It's one of my favorite things that we have. It's like an older Noah's Ark puzzle, and then once you piece it all together, so there's letters on each of that animal, so E for elephant, and once you put the whole alphabet together, it ends up being Noah's Ark in a lineup of all the animals with the letters. This is really neat and special. So we try to keep that one extra safe. I have our Read-Aloud pouch here, and these are Read-Alouds that we do together and also Easton's independently. So right now he has really been loving this series. I read these when I was little, and this was introduced to him last year in his online curriculum, and he's just really enjoyed reading these. They're the Cul-de-Sac Kids series by Beverly Lewis. He is on number 10, and he reads these on his own, And they're pretty easy reads, pretty easy chapter books. But they're really cute. It's about this little group of kids that live in a cul-de-sac, and they just go on all these little adventures. So anyway, this isn't a book review, but they're really cute books. We're reading through Peter Pan. This was requested by Zoe. We're not very far into that one. We're gonna watch the movie when we're done that. And we're also still reading through The Wild Robot. We're really enjoying this one. The beginning was a little bit, it took us a little bit to get into this one. But if you've read it, once the little Gosling Brightbill is introduced into the story, I feel like that's really when my kids started really getting into the story. So again, we're not quite halfway, but we've been reading this one for a long time now. We had borrowed this one from the library, and I actually kept renewing it so many times that I ended up just buying this one and The Wild Robot Escapes, because I was kind of embarrassed of how many times I was renewing it. So anyway, it seemed like one that we would read again and enjoy for the next few years. So I went ahead and purchased that one and the next one. And then I just have a pouch here full of different putties. Silly putty, thinking putty, magic heat reacting color changing putty, and hand putty. This one's cool. It has a little magnet in it, and the putty's actually like magnetic. Yeah. So these the kids can pull out if they need something to do with their hands and they don't want to color. They can pull those out quietly for reading time. And then I have their sketchbooks. Again, these are just in here for them to draw in if they need some paper. These are fun to look through too. I just love seeing their different artwork. Eden, she loves stickers. Those are in there. And then let's see what else we have. A Mad Libs book. My son just did his first couple like a few weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. I did 2 with him and we were laughing really hard. I did those a lot when I was younger too, and they were always so much fun. And then our last envelope in here is just some more coloring stuff. So I have utensils, plenty to share. You know that sharing can sometimes be, you know, not sharing. So just have a bunch of these little coloring books that I printed off. Eden loves coloring like mini things, so those have been fun. And then these are just like little body workbooks that I got off Etsy and just printed off some of the pages for each of them. They can color quietly, and it's also kind of like informational stuff, which goes along with our biology lesson right now. So that's, I wanted something that was that kind of went along with our lesson for them to work on. So I found these on Etsy and I was really excited about them. I didn't print out the whole entire workbook because it was really long. So I just printed out the first couple pages, and they're still working through them, and we've done 2 full weeks of school now, so these should last for a while. So that's everything that is currently in our morning basket. I love the idea also of morning carts. I do not have a morning cart for a few different reasons. I don't really have the room to store it. I love the idea of it because it's on wheels and it can move much easier than a really heavy basket. And I also needed something that could go upstairs and downstairs and all around with us. So a basket just made a little more sense for us, and we really enjoy having all of our stuff in here to do in the morning together. The morning has become like a special start group time for us. So I did not do a morning basket until about halfway through last year to the end, and then we're using it for this year for sure. I plan to use it the whole year. We'll see. Things change, so we'll see. But right now, this is what's in my basket. If you have any questions about any of it, where I got anything, please just let me know. I'm happy to share. It's nothing crazy technical, but I can understand how it can feel really overwhelming if you're trying to figure out what to put in yours or what to plan. So you can always just start with some things, and as you go, you'll find other things that you want to add, and some things you may have in there that you need to rotate out or take out that aren't working. So I'm happy to share any tips. And again, it can seem overwhelming, so don't feel like it's abnormal if, okay, thank you. Don't feel abnormal if it's a little bit confusing, because I was really confused at first too. We didn't do a morning basket for 2.5 years of homeschooling, and we were fine. We did just fine. You don't need a morning basket. Some people don't use them, and that's totally fine. It's been good for us, and it's been fun for us. But again, we didn't use one for 2.5 years, and everything was fine. But I do feel like it's nice because it kind of brings us all together, starts our morning off. If any of them are still finishing breakfast, it's a time that we can pull out any of our things and get started together. And sometimes we don't do it first thing in the morning. We did the first week because everyone was getting up at a really good time. But last night we had a really late family activity, so I did let the girls sleep in a little bit longer this morning. So Easton was awake first, so he got started on some of his independent work earlier before the girls woke up. So then that pushed our morning basket. It was still morning, but it was a little bit later in the morning than it has been. So anyway, all of that to say, it doesn't have to be a morning basket. It can be at lunchtime. I know some people do it at lunchtime. It can be after you're done school for the day and you kind of like wrap up your day. So whatever works for you. Again, you don't have to do one. I just wanted to share what was in ours. If anyone has any questions, feel free to ask. And there are a lot of other moms that have also posted videos of their morning baskets, their morning carts. Lots of them really, really, really helpful and really, really beautiful. So thanks for joining. If you watched to the end, happy to have you here today. I hope you're blessed today, and I pray you have a beautiful, joyful evening. We'll see you soon.